Have you ever wondered why some runners seem to glide effortlessly while you're struggling with every step? What if I told you there's a technique so powerful that it transformed an ordinary athlete into the greatest marathoner of all time? Eliud Kipchoge didn't break the 2-hour marathon barrier by accident. He mastered something most runners completely ignore. And here's the shocking part. You're probably making the same mistakes right now that keep you from running faster, longer, and with less pain. The technique I'm about to reveal isn't about expensive shoes or grueling training schedules. It's about understanding what your body was actually designed to do. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will completely change how you think about running forever. Welcome to a journey that will transform your running from the ground up. I'm about to take you inside the biomechanics that separate world-class runners from everyone else. Prepare to discover why everything you thought you knew about running might be holding you back. This isn't just theory. These are the exact principles that Kipchoge practices every single day. The same techniques that allowed him to run 26.2 miles in under 2 hours. By the end of this video, you'll understand why proper running technique isn't just for elite athletes. It's the missing piece that can help you run injury-free, improve your speed, and actually enjoy your runs instead of dreading them. So let's dive into the 3 revolutionary elements that will change your running forever. Let's start with the foundation that most runners get completely wrong: foot strike. Right now, if you're like most recreational runners, you're probably heel striking. That means your heel hits the ground first with every step. It feels natural, right? Here's the problem. When you heel strike, you're essentially hitting the brakes with every single step. Imagine driving a car and tapping the brake pedal thousands of times during a trip. That's exactly what you're doing to your body. The impact force travels straight up through your heel, into your knee, and up to your hips and lower back. This is why so many runners deal with chronic knee pain, shin splints, and hip issues. They're fighting against their own biomechanics. Now watch Kipchoge run. Notice where his foot lands. It's not his heel. It's the midfoot or sometimes the forefoot. This creates a completely different energy transfer. Instead of braking, he's utilizing the natural spring mechanism in his foot and Achilles tendon. Think of your foot as a sophisticated shock absorber. When you land on your midfoot, your arch compresses slightly, your Achilles tendon stretches, and all that energy gets stored and released with each step. It's like having tiny trampolines attached to your feet. Kipchoge isn't just running. He's bouncing efficiently from one step to the next. The beauty of midfoot striking is that it naturally shortens your stride and increases your cadence. You're taking more steps per minute, but each step requires less effort and creates less impact. Your body stays aligned, your joints stay protected, and you can maintain this rhythm for miles and miles. This single adjustment can reduce your injury risk dramatically while making you faster. But here's the catch. You can't just switch overnight. Your body has adapted to your current running style. You need to transition gradually, starting with short distances and building up slowly. The transformation is worth it. Runners who master proper foot strike report feeling lighter, moving faster, and experiencing significantly less pain. Now think about this for a moment. How aware are you of where your foot lands when you run? Have you ever actually paid attention to your foot strike pattern? This is your wake-up call. Comment below right now and tell me, are you a heel striker, or have you already discovered midfoot running? Write heel or midfoot in the comments. I want to know where you're starting from because that's going to determine how you approach what comes next. The second game-changing element is cadence, and this is where things get really interesting. Cadence refers to how many steps you take per minute while running. Most recreational runners have a cadence between 150 and 170 steps per minute. Elite runners like Kipchoge, they're consistently above 180, often reaching 190 or even higher. Why does this matter so much? Because cadence is directly connected to efficiency and injury prevention. When you take longer, slower strides, you're spending more time in the air and landing with greater impact. Your body has to work harder to absorb that shock, and you're essentially doing little jumps with every step. It's exhausting and destructive. But when you increase your cadence and take quicker, shorter steps, magic happens. Your feet spend less time on the ground, you reduce vertical oscillation, meaning you're not bouncing up and down as much, and your body maintains better forward momentum. Kipchoge's high cadence creates a rhythm that's almost musical. Watch footage of him running and you'll see this incredible consistency. His legs are turning over rapidly, but he looks relaxed. There's no wasted motion. Every step propels him forward with maximum efficiency. The science behind this is fascinating. Research shows that a cadence of 180 steps per minute or higher significantly reduces the loading forces on your joints. You're literally protecting your knees, hips, and ankles by taking more frequent, lighter steps. It's not about running faster necessarily, it's about running smarter. Here's how you can work on your cadence. First, figure out your current cadence by counting your steps for 1 minute during a typical run. Then use a metronome app or music with the right beats per minute to guide you toward 180. Start by increasing just 5 steps per minute and maintain that for a few weeks before adding more. Your body will gradually adapt to this new rhythm. You'll notice that higher cadence requires better core engagement and more active arm movement. Everything starts working together as a coordinated system. This is when running stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like flow. Kipchoge's cadence isn't just a number, it's the rhythm of efficiency, the tempo of championship running, and it's completely achievable for any runner willing to practice it consistently. The third revolutionary element is posture and forward lean, and this might be the most misunderstood aspect of running technique. Picture yourself running right now. Where's your torso? Are you upright, leaning back slightly, or hunched forward? Most runners either run too upright or collapse forward from the shoulders. Both positions kill your efficiency and invite injury. Kipchoge demonstrates perfect running posture. His entire body from ankles to head maintains a slight forward lean, about 5 to 7 degrees. Notice I said from the ankles, not from the waist. This is crucial. The lean comes from your whole body tilting forward as one unit, not from bending at the hips. When you lean correctly from the ankles, gravity becomes your training partner. You're literally falling forward in a controlled manner, and your legs are simply catching you with each step. This creates effortless forward momentum. You're working with physics instead of fighting against it. Your core stays engaged, your chest remains open, and your breathing becomes easier because your lungs have room to expand. The wrong way to lean is bending at the waist or jutting your head forward. This compresses your diaphragm, restricts breathing, and puts enormous strain on your lower back. You'll see exhausted runners doing this in the final miles of a marathon. They've lost their form, and their body is paying the price. Kipchoge maintains his posture even when pushing through the most grueling parts of a race. His head stays aligned with his spine, his shoulders are relaxed and down, his arms swing efficiently from the shoulders without crossing his center line, and that slight forward lean remains constant. Here's how you can work on this. Stand tall and imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Then let your whole body tip forward from the ankles, just slightly, until you feel like you might start walking. That's the sensation you want while running. Your core should be engaged to maintain this position but not tense. Relaxation within structure. That's the goal. Practice this posture during your warm-up walks before running. Stand against a wall with your heels, butt, shoulders, and head touching it. Step forward and try to maintain that alignment while adding the slight forward lean. Film yourself running and analyze your posture. Are you maintaining that lean? Is your head aligned with your spine? These visual checks are invaluable for developing body awareness. The beautiful thing about proper posture is how it integrates with foot strike and cadence. When you lean correctly, mid-foot striking becomes more natural. When you have the right cadence, maintaining your lean becomes easier. Everything works together as one efficient, powerful system. Comment right now and tell me which of these 3 elements surprises you the most. Is it the foot strike, the cadence, or the posture? Write in the comments, foot strike, cadence, or posture, and tell me why. I read every single comment, and I want to understand what resonates most with you, because that tells me what to create next. So here's what we've discovered on this journey together. Eliud Kipchoge didn't become the greatest marathoner in history by training harder than everyone else. He became great by training smarter, by mastering the fundamental techniques that turn running from a brutal grind into an efficient, sustainable, even joyful activity. The mid-foot strike that protects your joints and harnesses. Natural energy return. The high cadence that creates rhythm, reduces impact, and maximizes efficiency. And the proper posture with forward lean that works with gravity instead of fighting it. These aren't just techniques for elite athletes. They're principles that can transform any runner's experience. Whether you're trying to complete your first 5K without stopping or chasing a new personal record in the marathon, these fundamentals apply to you. The beautiful truth is that your body already knows how to run efficiently. You just need to remove the barriers you've unknowingly created. Start with one element. Maybe it's checking your foot strike on your next run. Maybe it's using a metronome to explore a higher cadence. Maybe it's practicing that forward lean during your warm-up. Small adjustments create massive transformations over time. Remember, Kipchoge didn't master these techniques overnight. He's been refining his form for decades with dedicated coaches and constant awareness. But you can begin that same journey today, right now, on your very next run. Running should make you feel powerful, capable, and alive. Not broken, exhausted, and injured. The technique is the difference. So go out there and run with intention. Pay attention to where your foot lands. Count your steps. Feel that forward lean. Your body will thank you. Your times will improve. And you'll discover what running really feels like when you do it the way you were designed to move. If this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel because we're going deep into performance, technique, and the science of human movement. Leave a comment telling me about your biggest running challenge. What's holding you back? What do you struggle with? I want to create content that actually helps you. And here's what you need to do next. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now, where we dive into the exact training structure that Kipchoge uses. To prepare for marathons, you've learned the technique. Now discover the training philosophy that brings it all together. This is just the beginning of your transformation. Let's continue this journey together. I'll see you in the next video.